Hi guys, welcome in. Today we're going to be doing a quick, fast, simple keyring, nice and easy 3D design that anyone can do with a multiple of programs. I'm going to be using Autodesk Fusion 360, but the principles are the same across all different programs. So start with a blank canvas, go top view, and we'll start with a circle. We'll do a radius, let's say 20. Then from the center of the circle, we'll do a line of 80. At the end of the line, we'll do another radius of 20. That will give you 100mm keyring. Now it's a case of joining the lines. Depending on what program you use, you can either find a circle at the top, or you could use a line to the top. Use a line, you get a box. As you can see, the circle on that side. Either way is fine. The line down by 10. Until you meet a circle, job done. If you did use the line away, just delete your lines afterwards. You don't need them. Delete all the lines with inside. Like so. I'm gonna get rid of all the dimensions so you can see it better. So then from the original point, we want to go up by 6 mil. And then we'll put a radius of 3 circle at the end. Once again, we'll get rid of the line, you don't need it. So there's your basic keyring form. Voila. Now to change this, what we need to do is give it a bit of detail, don't we? Hi bonkers, IMs. Good afternoon, Zoe. You're gonna like this one, trust me. So from this point, we will do a line offset of 1 mil. We'll do another line offset, but this time 2 mil. Try to do it nice and fast for you guys. And that is pretty much the basis of what I'm doing. We will just need to, that's all that. Getting a few bits on, there we go. It's weird without that on it, so. For this I'm going to go, I always like to go minus. So I'm going to go, let me think, so I'll do it 2 mil. We'll go minus 2 mil. And then what we'll do, we'll put a top on top of that one. Of plus 0.6. There you go, that is now your template for your keyring. But the bit you guys have been waiting for, oh yes, the bit you've all been waiting for, guys, especially Zoe and Emzy. We then create some wording. I wonder what words they could possibly be. Oops, I put the bloody thing. Just wow. They do it 10 mil, 10 mil's fine. And it's a case of just bringing that up. The same as the ridge. So 0.6. Oh, I need to, that was on bold. Oops. Need one bold, there we go. I had it on bold, I didn't want bold. Not for this size. So up by 0.6. There you go, there's the keyring. Nice, very fast keyring. Just wow. How long that took me to do? Less than 10 minutes. Save as a mesh. We'll give it a nice little colour. And we'll send it to the print. I'll give it a shiny purple bottom, and I think we'll go gold on top for the writing and the little edge that I've done. Now, if you've got a one colour printer, you could still print this using a one colour printer. What you have to do is press your slice, go down to the last bit of purple, in this case, and then you can add a pause. You can just see it there, the green bit at the top. If you add a pause, and then what you would have to do, as soon as your printer pauses, swap your filament, change the colour, and then press resume, and you get a different colour. Obviously, I don't have to do that because mine's a multicolour printer, so I'm going to delete the pause. And print it. So it's going to take 20 minutes to print. Most of that's going to be the leveling of the bed, etc. Can you make one saying off your pop? Well, while that's printing, the good thing about when you use Fusion 360, you can go back any stage using the sliders at the bottom here. So at the bottom left hand corner, you got little sliders. I can literally just take it to the one before that. That will get rid of that. and then it's just a case of double clicking it. Well, I want to edit it first. Edit, so it's a place of double clicking it and then just changing the words to something like oops, you pop. Obviously it's a bit too long for that one, but just lower the font down. 8 should be enough. Maybe change the font into caps again. Like that. Off you pop. So if you ever are going to do loads of different keyrings and you just want a template, save it like that, and then you can literally just keep writing on top of it whatever you want. You seem to have a space between your Y and your O. What are you on about? A Y and space between Y and O. Oh no, it's just the style of the lettering. So if you look at the end of the Y there, it comes straight down. And you can change different fonts to sort that out. If you look up here, quite clearly see up there what you guys can't, because that's up there. And let me just move that for you. So just up there, you can see there's no space. It's just a font. That's all. Obviously, you could change your font. Not all the fonts, because obviously on my computer I've installed a load of fancy fonts. Not all fonts are extrudable, so you can't use all the fonts inside here. I've installed fonts that just the 3D printer won't recognize. There is also another way, actually. We can just cancel that. So you can export it like that straight into your Bamboo Studio. When it loads up. Oh no, not press the OK button. That'll help, won't it? And you can actually embed and emboss on the actual studio itself. So you have a template like that, you've got nothing on it. If you go up here, you've got a T. And there you can just write your text. So that's another way you can do it. You set the height, the thickness, etc. How much gaps between each letter. So if you want to get it nice and tight. And then here, you've got a load more different fonts to use. Find the one that suits you best. And you got to bear in mind that I did I did the height of the border at 2 mil. So you need to change the thickness, not 2 mil, but I did it at 0.6, so change the thickness to 0.6. So if you just want to write loads of random stuff on keyrings, it's so handy. Like you say, Matt. I mean, if people just say you want something personalized with somebody's name, you can make an object, whether it be a light box, keyring, whatever, and you can leave a space where you're going to put the name, and you can add the name later. At any point, you can emboss the name on top using Bamboo Studio. You can get it to go round as well if you want it to go around the actual object. You don't have to have it. It don't have to be on top. You've got the angle. If you want to change the angle, give it a. There you go. Something like that. If you wanted. Bamboo Studio has a lot of hidden features that a lot of people don't know. You can even cut it out. You see that? Add part, cut, modify. So if I press cut and then enter, it's now cut it out. Instead of putting it on top, it's actually cut. I only did it very small, but 0.6. You can just see how it's been cut instead of added. Third part. And there you go, you can see it's been added. You should do cut and then turn that up to some random, just put 10. Whatever's thicker than your object. You can cut straight through your object if it's going to do it. You can't see it because of how it's how Bamboo Studio works, but if you slice it, you can now see it. There you go. Obviously that won't work properly with the O's because those little bits in the middle have nothing to stick to, so if you are doing that, make sure you use the stencil version. You can have it on both sides if you want. You may need to borrow one of your printers. One set, printed done. See, it said 20 minutes, it didn't take 20 minutes, it took about 5 minutes. No, no, about 10 minutes. It's, yeah, took about 10 minutes to finish. I'm just going to put the actual thing on it now, the keyring. Let me switch cameras, there we go. Just wow, I mean, look at the shine on that one. Material I use for that. Did somebody say just wow? Perfect for keys, etc. Cup of coffee. Well, Miles want here to see it. Why? Where is he? Shall I send a little photo in the mod group? Shall me take a photo of this and see what he has to say. Let me open this to give it a nice background. Oh, flash on. Battery's too low for flash. But that's in the mod group now. No, keep it as a surprise. Right then. But if he watches this live, he's going to see it anyway. It's time to start up Bamboo Lab, I think. But these little mini tutorials inspire you to get your printer on go. It's obviously seen that one. So you can save all these without the words. So instead of doing one that's 100, maybe you want one that's maybe say 60. And maybe a bit chunkier. You can have all these presets all saved on your computer and then you can just load them in and add the words whenever you want. So we'll do a 30. So we know that it's 50 on either side, and if we're doing 60 means we need 30 that way. 30 there. That'll give you a 60 millimeter keyring. The easy way, go straight up. straight down. Find the point to the circle. Find the point to the circle. Trim any rubbish you don't want. I always recommend before you draw the line to do these. So we'll go in one again. Adding this just adds a little extra, makes it stand out a bit better. I mean, you can make it thick if you wanted. But I'm not gonna, I like my one. And because we've had an extra 5 here, I'm going to go here 10 instead of 6. Add my 3. 3 is always good. Never do more than 4. 3 or 4 is perfect. And get close to the edge as you can. I always like to do minus, like I said. The reason I like to do minus is because if I'm going to put anything on top of it, I know I can start from the baseline and work my way up. That's why I always do minus for the background. So -2. There's your little dog tag style now. Add an edge. A 1. There you go, another style keyring. You can save that, take it into bamboo, like I said. So open it in bamboo. I am live currently on Twitch and YouTube. So there's your text, and obviously you could put and then move that to where you want. You can move it around using this little thing here. Turn it into one there. That matches. Then you get another text. If you want to change the size of the fonts, etc. Maybe change the style as well. Clarify this. Nice that up. I think grab the yellow bit in the middle. And yeah, off you pop. slightly different. I've actually got a cell transmit. Those Celtic boards that I've printed. I'll put it up there so it's easy. So that's the front, back. I did a nice little design on the back. Got the hooks to up on the wall. And that's what I printed in my last demonstration video. Oh yeah, when does Miles watch your live on YouTube? Never seen Miles on YouTube, so yeah, I could quite easily add a little clock into that. Very easy. Turn it into a light board so it lights up. Easy, put some lights in and a clock. Make that, do an outer bit as well and put numbers on the outer bit. So many possibilities. This is why I always save the DFX file, because then I can alter it as I want, when I want. Like these that I've shown you here. Yeah. If I were to save it like that, I'd have to save each one. Whereas if I just save it like that, I can add what I want to it when I want to it. So next time somebody wants me to do a keyring and have something written on it, I've already got that bit done. And I can just write what I want on it. Probably get 3 lines worth on that one. Anyway, that was just a quick demonstration for you guys. Do some more work. I don't know what should I do next. Jim wants a Sheffield one. Does he want it as a clock? Oh, this is just to go on one of the kids' walls, apparently. Person who's ordered it just wants it to go on one of the kids' walls. Don't take long to do. It takes about 4 hours print time. Realistically, about half an hour to design, 4 hours print time. So if you give me about 3 weeks, I'll get one done. I've got a bit of sun out there today. I've also ordered myself the new drone that's just come out. I've already told Claire. I didn't want to leave too many surprises for her. She's already moaning. Just thought I'd give her 2 days before it comes to give her time to cool down. That's the one. The 5 DJI 5 and Mini 5 Pro. Well, I thought if I get it now, get it for the fireworks. I'm a bit peed off that my Pro controller won't connect to it though. I've got a Pro controller that cost me like over £1,000. I think it was like £1,200. It won't connect to it. So I got the original Pro controller though. Pro controller 1. It's so much better than the Pro controller 2. So actually, I was thinking about getting that big, massive Pro controller. I might buy that at some point. The ones you use for the Mateus and all that. But we'll see. I need to sell my others. I need to sell my Mini 2, my Mini 3, my Mavic 2. I'm keeping the Mavic 3 because the Mavic 3 Pro is better than the Mavic 4, in my opinion. Got a 1 TB built-in hard drive for a start. SS drive. The camera quality is just as good as you get on the 4. They keep coming out with this bloody, oh, it's 60 frames to 40, used to be 40 frames. Well, guess what? You should never ever shoot in 60 or 40. You should be shooting in 50 and 25 frames. Always, whenever you're taking photos, videos, whenever you're taking videos, always shoot at 50 frames a second if you can. 50 frames will let you slow down the action to 50% of the speed. And 25 frames is normally the refresh rate of all these dodgy LEDs. So you know all these LEDs that flicker on your videos. If you were shooting in 25 or variation of 25, so 25 or 50, 75, 100, whatever, as long as it's in 25s, that flicker rate will disappear on about 90 odd percent of all LEDs. So that sorts all that issue out. Neo. Suppose Neo's a bit of fun. I've not got the Neo. I've got the DJI FPV. That is a solid piece of equipment. That is made out of proper metal, that fucker. You can smash that around a bit, no problem. And then I've got the Advanced for practicing your skills, because obviously it's got good propeller guards on that, so you could, you know, the first time I ever did loop the loop, I did it on one of them. A good practice drill. If you're going to shoot through small buildings and stuff like that, definitely use that. Then work your way up to a proper FPV. FVP. FPV, I just keep getting them more mixed up here. FPV. The neon's not a bad little drill. Throw up in the air, make it follow you. Not great for camera quality, but it's not about camera quality with that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna disappear. I just wanted to show you a quick bit how to do a keyring, nice and fast. Thought you guys might have enjoyed the little, just wow. Even Anna's not seen it because for some reason she's gone to look at high schools. Who looks at high schools for the kids fucking when they already know where the kids are going? So goodbye all, catch you all later. Take care. See you around. Probably on TikTok at some point. Take care, guys.